Hi guys. Hi guys. Hello everyone. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me, guys. Thank you so much for this live. Today's live is going to be a quick one and a very brief one, straight to the point. So, an employer reached out to me to say that in care workers, I mean, when I say care workers, the vacancy is very much. As a matter of fact, from what I counted, more than 10 care workers are being needed. It could even be up to 30, but we're going to be going through all of this together. So the essence of this video is to advertise this so that if any one of you watching me today is qualified, then you can send in your CV and hopefully you will be picked and successfully get this job in the UK. I'm currently on live on YouTube and also on Instagram. So if you can hear me on this platform, please let me know you can hear me. Now, the locations of these jobs are also in various places in the UK. The employer needs several care workers, support workers to be precise, who can work in the support workers that can work in residential children home. So I hope you guys can hear me, and I hope network is a bit shaky today because of the rain. So before I dive in, I just need to give a very quick disclaimer here. I am not a recruiter. I am not an agent, neither do I run any agency of any sort. I do not give a job, neither can I hire anyone. I don't have the willpower, the ability, the registration, and the license to hire anyone. What I'm doing here today is simply marketing and advertising for these employers. This is because the world now has gone beyond just posting job vacancy on Indeed or posting job vacancy on any job website. Now, these agencies, these recruiters, these professional and licensed recruiters in the UK need someone like myself who is a social media expert, a social media specialist to help broadcast these vacancies available and market this vacancy. However, recruitment is something I'm going to be looking at in future, where I can hopefully one day in future go through some trainings, get the courses, and register. But for now, guys, I am not the recruiter. Please hear me well. Okay, I needed to say this disclaimer before I dive proper into this video. I am not a recruiter. This is because I've seen so many people impersonating me, using my identity to be me, pretending to be a recruiter, to defraud people, asking them to pay this amount, that amount to get them job. I, Clara Joseph, cannot get you any job. I, Clara Fred, cannot get you any job. Okay? I can only advertise this vacancy so you can send in your CV. Guys, can you hear me? Someone said my voice is breaking. Can you hear me, guys? Please, can you hear me? Let me know you can hear me. Okay? Let me know you can hear me, please. So please beware of anyone parading themselves. Please beware of anyone parading themselves. Can you hear me now? What's wrong with my mic? Please beware of anyone parading themselves, pretending to be me, pretending to be Clara. I do not communicate on Telegram. I do not communicate on WhatsApp. I do not communicate on Facebook. Okay? I do not communicate on any of this platform. They are in existence, but I don't communicate there. The only way you can reach me is via my email address or this my Instagram that you are watching me now. Aside from this, I will never ask you to pay any money to give you a job. I repeat again, I don't give people job. I'm not a registered recruiter right now. I'm only advertising. If you can hear me loud and clear, please let me know. The network is really bad. I won't lie, it's really bad today, but hopefully you can hear this. So now let's go straight. Let me start calling out the job. Let me start calling out the job vacancy. If you are joining, please ensure you're coming in with your notepad, your pen, as you'll be needed to take notes. Okay. Now the first vacancy is in Northampton, and they are currently looking for deputy manager for children's home. If you qualify for this, you believe you have the skill, you qualify to work in a children's home, children's residential home, okay, in Northampton. The job vacancy is in Northampton. Then please take note of this, as I will tell you where to drop your CV as we go along. The next one is in Hillsborough. They're currently looking for 5 support workers. 5 support workers in Hillsborough. You must have the level 3 certificate. You must have the level 3 certificate or the NVQ 3 certificate. Level 3 diploma certificate, you must have this. They need 5 support workers to work in the children residential home. Okay? So if you believe you have this certificate, the level 3 diploma certificate to work, and you have the relevant experiences as a support worker, I've seen some of you already sending me your CV, and I can tell those CV are quite good. I'm quite impressed. You know, some of you have sent me your CV and some of your certificates. But this is me just making this video in case there are more people who qualify for this. I'm going to tell you where to drop your CV. In Hillsborough again, they need CQC registered manager for supported living. If you don't know what a supported living is, you can go to your Google Chrome, browse that out. A supported living is like you are supporting people who are not totally dependent on you. You're just a support worker, and it's like one of the best jobs here in the UK. It's more better than even the normal regular care assistant job. Trust me, I can say it is not as stressful as the care assistant job. So if you are CQC registered manager, you have the CQC registration to work as a manager in a supported living, then there is vacancy for you. They also need 4 Ofsted registered manager. That is 4 Ofsted registered manager for a children's home, also in Hillsborough. Put together in Hillsborough, there's currently 10 vacancy opened for those in the care field. That is, they need 5 support workers with level 3 certificates. They also need CQC registered manager, and they need 4 Ofsted registered manager for supported living and children's home. I'm going to go to the next one. I hope you guys are taking notes. The next is in Durham. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Durham. They need 3 support workers with level 3 certificates for a children's residential home. They need 3 support workers with level 3 certificates for a children residential home, and they also need 1 domiciliary care worker. So in Durham, they need 3 support workers with level 3 certificates for children's home and 1 domiciliary care worker. This is why I always say, you see, formally 2022, a lot of people could easily get a job without any level of experiences or certification. But the truth is that now, 2024, it has gone beyond that. This is because this employer are putting in so much resources to hire you, to recruit you. So they need nothing but the best. That is why I do advise, if you can get the NVQ 3 certification, it is very good. Not just because you're trying to get this vacancy I'm calling today, but also if you're trying to get a job in the NHS, it is very good. As most vacancy now, requires this. So if you can invest in acquiring this certification, you can go to Florence Academy. It is very cheap over there. You don't need to break the bank or pay through your nose to acquire the certification. Now, the need in London, Plumstead, to be precise, in London, they need Ofsted register manager for children's home. And this comes with a lot of enhanced pay rates, like a very good pay rate. Okay? It comes with a very good pay rate. So in London, Plumstead in London, they need Ofsted register manager for children's home. In Hatfield, going to the next location in Hatfield, they need Ofsted register manager for children's home in Hatfield. Now, the next location is in Leicester. In Leicester, they need 5 support workers with level 3 certificate for children's home. 5 support worker with level 3 certificate for children's home. Children's residential home, there's currently vacancy available for support worker over there. It's quite a good job. It's a good profession to go into. They also need in Leicester, they need Ofsted register manager for children's home. I hope you guys are taking notes. The next is in Derby. They need Ofsted register manager for children's home in Derby. Now again in Leicester, they need another 2 deputy managers in children's home. In Northampton, they need deputy manager again for children's home. These are the vacancy. Now, this is a full-time job, a 37.5 hours full-time job, a permanent contract. Your roles include to be a provider in a residential children's home, to help support, to help manage, to act as a senior support worker for young people and deliver services which facilitate and promote their welfare, safety, development in a variety of environments. Another role includes to maintain a nurturing residential environment by staying informed and up to date with childcare legislation, children's home regulation, and quality standard. Another role includes to maximize particip- particip- participation in events and create opportunities for young people that allow them to understand and achieve their full potential. That is, you'll be working with both children, you'll be working with young adults. Okay, so this is a residential home. Another role includes to act as a shift leader by guiding and advising support worker on best care. That is for those in the managerial field, if you qualify as that as a manager. Another role include, your duties include to read, understand, deliver, uphold company policies, procedure, etc., etc. Now, guys, there's so much role listed here given to me by this recruiter, but I believe if you qualify for this, you believe you qualify for this, then I'm going to send you all of this job description so you can go through it yourself and see if it's something you can do. Now, like I said, and I promise, I'm going to keep this video very short and brief. Most of you now will be saying, does this comes with sponsorship? No, this role just listed doesn't come with sponsorship, unfortunately. Yes, you heard me right. I have worked with people in the time past, with a lot of agencies, recruiters in the time past who give sponsorship, who are giving sponsorship. But now I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of employers now do not give sponsorship, in the sense they can't just give you the sponsorship easy breezy. You can't just come to them and say, oh, I want sponsorship, and they just hand it over to you. No, it's gone beyond that. This is because of the experiences these recruiters, agencies, and employers have experienced with the people that they sponsor. So I'm going to give you some secrets here. What is going on now in the UK recruitment feed and employment feed? If you go to UK tech sponsor list, you see a lot of new companies who just got the license to hire foreign candidates, international candidates, or those in the UK looking for switch or looking for sponsorship. These employers are only getting the sponsorship license for those who are already working with them. Let's say they have candidates who are already working with them, say for the past 3 months or 6 months, and these candidates express the desire of getting sponsorship. This is when these companies go and get this sponsorship for this candidate. So one thing I'm going to advise is that if you're looking for sponsorship, the truth is that it is now very competitive, very tight, and only by the grace of God where you can see a company that will just give you sponsorship just like that. As a matter of fact, a lot of people I've spoken with who are getting the sponsorship now are people who are already working under this employer for the past 6 months, 3 months. So if you have time in your hands, okay, you have time to stay in the UK, you're not in a hurry, you've not been given 60 days leave to 60 days letter to leave the UK or 60 days to leave the UK. I would say look for a company now, start working with them at least for the next 3 months. And after that, or whilst working with them, express your desire of wanting a sponsorship. Now, some employers will tell you, no, we cannot hire with sponsorship, we're not sponsoring. But the truth is that if I am an employer or a recruiter and I've got candidates who present themselves very well, they know their job, they do their job very well, they do it, they deliver absolutely fantastically, they go along well with other staff, I won't hesitate into looking to getting sponsorship for them. This is because sponsorship is being gotten from the home office. So if this employer go to the home office and say, I've got a candidate or someone working with me and the person requires sponsorship, the home office will say, okay, pay this amount, you get the sponsorship license, fill in this applicant name, they can get the sponsorship. So that is the secret here. So formally, a lot of employers will go ahead without having any candidate, they will get the sponsorship, pay the home office. It's quite a lot. These employers actually pay the home office. The sponsorship is not free to these employers. They pay the sponsorship. They pay for the sponsorship, okay? For the sponsorship license to get registered, to get this license, they pay the employers. So they don't want to give it anyhow again. It's gone beyond that. They don't want to give it anyhow. They only want to give it to people who qualify for this. And also because some people will get the sponsorship from employer. After getting the sponsorship, they'll be coming to the company and work for 3 months. Before you know, they will leave the company stranded with absolutely nothing to fall back on. So employers now, they are very wise now, and I absolutely recommend that. As a matter of fact, it's a fantastic approach. Gone are the days whereby you get a sponsorship, you come and start working for this employer. After 3 months, you leave them stranded, you go ahead, go to different job. They don't do that anymore. They want you to work for them at least 3 to 6 months before they give you this sponsorship. That is the new rule now. That is why a lot of you must have been applying for so long, you've not heard any feedback. The truth is that if you want to get sponsorship, you must be willing to be working for an employer first off. Like I know a particular care company, I don't want to mention their name, who came to my channel few months ago. They got some people, and after 4 months of those people working with them, they give them the sponsorship. Now they refuse to give them at the start because they don't want to be stranded. They don't want a situation where they invested so much money, so much resources, giving this candidates and they leave them. No. I know a lot of you don't want to hear this, but I just needed to say the gospel truth without misleading any of you. That is the gospel truth. Okay? That is the gospel truth. Quote me right, quote me wrong, go to the UK test sponsor list like right now, contact any of the employers there who's got the license. They're going to tell you they got the license because they want to give the candidate they already have in their company. The candidates that are already in their company, they're not looking at anyone outside. They're not looking to give any random stranger, any random person that will just come just all for the sake of sponsorship or having to use them as a means of staying in the UK. A lot is surrounding this whole sponsorship. You all must have been aware. Home Office is aware. UK government is aware. So they are really tightening every measure to ensure it is going into the right hands. Now, these vacancies listed today are only for those in the UK. If you are in the UK, you qualify for this, I would advise grab the opportunity. Like I said, opportunity comes but once. Formerly, I've brought recruiters, agencies to my channel who will come, who will advertise, and you all would go and bombard them with various CV that doesn't even qualify. Some of you would not even meet and qualify for these vacancies right now. You may not even be in this location, yet you go and send your CV, giving this employer so much stress, giving these recruiters so much stress. So they are not doing this again, okay? They don't want to do this. So if you qualify for all of this I just mentioned, please note you must be in the UK, you must have the level 3 certificate. Sponsorship is not guaranteed, however, it may be considered. Sponsorship is not guaranteed, however, it may be considered. So if you fit and meet into any of this, please do well, send me your CV to my email address called claraimmigrates@gmail.com, just as displayed right now on the screen. I'm also going to be leaving it I'm going to be leaving it on Instagram. For those watching me on Instagram, I'm going to be leaving it there. Send your CV to claraimmigrates@gmail.com. Please note Clara Immigrate, not Clara Immigration, not Clara Migration, not Clara I am migrating, not Clara Immigrate and extra. No, because a lot of scammers are out there trying to tarnish my name, trying to impersonate me. So ensure you're only coming to this one, now displayed on the screen, Clara Immigrates. Now, when you send me your CV, ensure you meet these criteria. You have the requirements, the NVQ3 or level 3 diploma, as the case may be. If you don't have any of these, I'm sorry, you won't be selected. I'm just going to delete your email, delete your CV. This is straight on. Now, like I said, I'm not the recruiter. I'm not the agency. I don't run a recruitment firm as of now. However, my own duty as a social media marketer and specialist is to advertise this. I also have the responsibility to vet your CV. When I mean vet your CV, looking through your CV to ensure that you qualify for this, you are in the UK, you have the NVQ3 diploma. I'm going to send to the agency or recruiter, as the case may be. They are going to be the one to carry on with that. They're going to be the one to contact you. They're going to be the one to schedule interview. They're going to be the one, okay, to run your DBS check. They're going to be the one to ensure you give them the proper references and everything. The whole work will be theirs, not mine. My own job is to come here and advertise this role. Now, like I said, if you fit and meet into any of these criteria, you know someone who is in the UK looking for a job, please share this video to them so that they can do the needful. Share this video to them so that they can do the needful. Do not forget to like this video. And remember, one important thing when it comes to applying to this job is to ensure you're applying with the right CV, well-standard CV. Since I will be the one to vet your CV, and also since I'm in the business of making CV, definitely I'm going to select only those ones who have good CV, proper CV to my taste, to my standard, before I pass it on to this recruitment agency. Now, if you need me to make your CV before applying to this job, you can come to me on Instagram called Clara_immigration with over 27,000 followers. That is my right Clara_immigration page on Instagram. Any other one is counterfeit. Please note, I do not give job. I will never come to your DM to ask you to give me money to give you job. No, I am not a recruiter yet. I don't have my license to recruit anybody. I'm only advertising. Hopefully one day in the future, I would have the registration, I will have the license, and I will become a recruiter. But for now, as of today being the 18th, Thursday, 2024, July, I don't have that license. I cannot recruit you. I would only pass on your CV to these agencies, to this recruiter. So guys, like I said, I don't want this to be too long. If you know anyone, share this video to them. Please like this video, and as you do, may God bless you. My email is displayed on the screen for those who qualify. My email is displayed on the screen. This is only for those in the UK. Sponsorship is not guaranteed. However, it will be considered. Like I said, if I were you looking for sponsorship, now I'm going to look for an employer to work with first. Why? Trying to mention to them that I need that sponsorship. If you are looking for sponsorship randomly, looking for anyone that will give you sponsorship randomly, looking for anyone that will throw manna on your lap, guys, it's going to be a long search. It's going to be a long search. And that is the truth. That is the gospel truth I need to share and I need to expose today. Okay? So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Please like this video and goodbye. Bye.